What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. We're going to be doing another Doom raid. We're going to be in difficulty 2 today, 2.2 precisely. And yeah, we're going to look over the roster here on the team I'll be using on the boss node. It's going to be a 2-shot. Haven't been able to do it in 1 shot yet just because there's just not enough damage. The symbiotes don't have enough damage, and unlike our previous bow node attempts, now we've actually got the web warriors in the game, so it'll be interesting to see if these guys will be capable of one-shotting this node. And right now, I think lots of people are gearing them up because they are fairly easy to level up, and they're cheap if you've already got them unlocked. But obviously, we gotta wait for the event. And yes, it'll be interesting to get these guys leveled up here in the new year. But let's take a look at the roster before we jump into the nodes. So we're gonna be doing the boss one, Symbiote Spidey. Gotta have him. He's level 80. Haven't pushed him further than that just because, you know, obviously leveling constraints and lots of other characters to focus on. But as you guys can see here, other than his levels, pretty much T4'd and maxed him as far as I can go. And obviously, once he is level 85, if I decide to go that route, maybe push him to tier 16. Carnage, same thing, same dealio, T4'd and leveled and ISO 8 with pretty much as far as he can go at his current level. Venom, gotta have him as well. Same thing, pretty much leveled and pushed as far as he can physically go, without bringing his level up any further. And same thing with Scream, 7 yellow, 5 red. Yeah, don't really know. This is pretty much the exact team I've used in the previous Battle 2-shot. Links in the description. I think it was on difficulty 2.0. I think the biggest change from jumping from 2.0 to 2.2 is just their health. Their damage goes up a little bit, but pretty much their health is the biggest thing I noticed. And yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so yeah, again, guys, Happy New Year's. This will be the first one we're doing here, the first Doom raid one for the New Year's here to start 2022 off. But yeah, as you guys can see here, we're going to rush into the boss here, and particularly you want to make sure you can do the first couple of nodes on your own, so that way you can get everybody's abilities and all their ultimates and everything lined up, because if you don't have that in check, it's pretty tough to get through this node. And particularly you want to get through the one with Doom. Doom is the toughy one on here. I've seen it done in 2 ways. You can either hit everybody else and then wait till he does his ultimate and then just cancel ult, so he wastes it. Or what you can do is, what I like to do is, I like to ability block him and then basically just take him out. So basically what we'll do here is we're gonna do we're gonna apply all these debuffs on Red Guardian because he's taunted, so that's the only thing we can do. And then what we're gonna do after is, that applies the stun's important because it applies the slow to Doom, which gives us extra turn ahead of everybody else. And once you start getting the kills, you can really see this team just ramp up in speed. And I think that's one of the biggest, I think one of the advantages right now to the web warriors is they can start off actually really strong right off the bat. And these guys, the symbiotes, I think everyone has already realized, they require a little bit more time to get that momentum going. And of course, they also need a little bit of the proper conditions, right? Everybody needs to have their specials and their ultimates. And Anti-Venom needs to be alive. He needs to be able to do his special and his ultimate over and over so he can just keep giving himself energy. But yes, lots of conditions. And then obviously as well, we need to be getting kills. And against a team like this where, if Scarlet Witch redistributes health, it can kind of screw up with things. So that's why we want to make sure we can focus those 2 first, spread out the debuffs. I love that left cluster there where they just kind of spread everything. And then usually the first kill with Scarlet will basically start amping up your guys' speed for this node. And I mean, I haven't been able to do this in 1 shot. I think right now they're lacking damage. I'm not 100% sure, even if I get them up to level 85, if I get some tier 16s in there. I'm not 100% sure if I can do this in 1 shot because there's just too much health going on with these guys. And yeah, and what's also nice is if you can land on the Doom clones as well, so you can get a little bit of extra speed, that helps significantly as well. It just helps basically build that speed up again. And as you guys can see here, the faster these guys go, the more hits they get in, the more debuffs they can apply. And as you guys can see this, we cleaned Doom in almost about 2 minutes and a little bit here, it looks like. So yeah, it is easy to do. Obviously the easy way is, if you guys don't want to do that, then you guys can't ability block him because you're you know, your Venom can't ability block. Sometimes he does resist, right? Just cancel out. You can cancel out once he ults. There's two approaches you can do there. So after you take him out, what's important here is just getting some of these guys on the right cluster here. Coulson, Red Guardian, just get them low a bit, so that way when the next wave drops, you can just easily take these guys out, and then it's gonna help. It's gonna help fuel the speed again. So as you guys can see here, Coulson was already low to begin with, so once we kill him off, we're gonna get that extra little turn in again. I do believe if you kill one more target, the next wave does drop, so keep that in mind as well. But that's okay, because we have this cluster here that we can basically focus on, and then it's nice because once they do drop the next wave, you can actually go on and start spreading some debuffs to the other guys adjacent to these guys. So it basically becomes this big this train, right? And this is the one I think that gets people a lot. When Black Bolt and Sam drop, it's a little difficult to deal with, so that's why I like to save all the ultimates and the special in this right cluster here, because then it just works out quite nicely, because they all kind of center around that Red Guardian from the start, and he still has some of the debuffs we applied to him initially. So yeah, if you got Venom in the right position here, you can really do some massive damage right in this cluster if you can spread it from Venom all the way pretty much to everybody here. So it's nice there. I like to focus on Black Bolt first after he drops, because he does so much damage, and he's the one reason that if you don't take care of him, he is just gonna wreak havoc on your symbiotes, because once he kills one of them, there's no bringing them back. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just really annoying. I'm gonna hit the auto here now, as you guys can see here, because we're gonna run out of time, and that's fine. Falcon already did his, or excuse me, Captain Sam already did his thing. So we're just gonna basically amp all the damage on Black Bolt. Kestrel's still stunned from our symbiote spider ultimate, so that's fine. But yeah, I like to deal with Black Bolt first, because yeah, he can be extremely annoying. He's got enough bleeds on there that should kill him, but I don't know, we'll get to his turn again, so that's the crappy thing. We'll see if we can chain, maybe get a couple of chain hits in there. If I threw the stun, I probably would have been able to kill him, but that's fine. Yeah, I think we should be able to. Oh, yeah. See, look, and then Sam takes our symbiote out, which or anti-venom, excuse me. So that's unfortunate. It happens. Luckily for us, we do have a backup. You can spend the 50 cores and heal it up, but yeah, that's obviously I wish I would have been a little bit more. Maybe I should have just used the stun, and that way it would have just chained to. Black Bolt, but whatever, no big deal here. So the nice thing is I think a lot of people already have Phyla-Vell leveled up. If you don't have her leveled up, that's really surprising, because I don't know how you guys would be managing in the arena, because the arena meta is crazy right now. You can't play against the Eternals without the Infinity Watch. So I mean, I'll be really surprised if you guys don't have them already. I have her anyways, at least to a decent amount of levels and gears. But yeah, let's do the reduction, because we don't want to mess with Sam. Sam's really dangerous. As you guys can see here, Black Bolt's kind of on that skiff of health there, so we want to just rip that taunt off and get to him, because again, if you don't get to him, he's just a pain in the butt. So we'll kill him off. That gets us that extra little that extra little boost of speed that we need. We'll get some offense down going on here, and then pretty much once you get to this cluster, I mean, these guys are all clustered together, so that's kind of nice as well. But I would say once you get into this ballpark where you've eliminated Black Bolt, Kestrel, and Doom, you're pretty much in the clear. You've got pretty much, I mean, yeah, you still got some dangerous characters like Gamora and Agent Coulson and Bishop. If you leave them alone, they will be a problem, but for the most part, once you start getting those debuffs chained to Captain Sam, and you start just getting everything spread across to everybody else on the outliers, it's pretty much straightforward. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could just auto here, but we'll just be careful here, because again, you just never know. That Bishop, I've noticed that Bishop, his special and his ultimate, just they do so much damage on this one, because the symbiotes are a flimsy team. If they didn't have that defense down, or the defense up from Venom, I am sure we'd be able to get KO'd here pretty easily with his special and his ultimate. So luckily we do have that defense up that reduces about half that damage. But yeah, Captain Sam is no joke. This node is very dangerous because of Captain Sam, and we easily If he was not in this node, giving that speed up to that initial boost to Black Bolt, we probably wouldn't have lost our Anti-Venom. So yeah, he is a very dangerous character, and I love using him in raids. So I can amount to the fact that, yeah, he can take a beating like there's no tomorrow, especially if he's lined up with, if he's got some, some of the other Secret Avengers, Maria Hill, or or Sharon on the team, right? It's just crazy amounts of deflect and healing, and it's just ridiculous. We'll throw the stun here because we it's our last node before the next section, so there's no big deal there. And then then you can just auto. I think from that point on, I think you guys get the gist of it, but fairly similar to my first attempt when we were doing 2.0, and fairly easy, with my symbiote team. I haven't been able to need to push them any higher than level 80, but yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully you guys are able to do this node as well. But yeah, focus on the Doom, get the Black Bolts, and then get the Kestrels down ASAP. All right, guys, that's it for this time, and yes, happy 2022. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.